What's up, guys? It's Rich, and in today's video, I want to give a simple to follow money farm guide for Arena Breakout Infinite. This guide is intended for new players primarily, and it has brought me a solid amount of coin. As a fairly new player myself, I would definitely recommend following this as you acquaint yourself to the game and learn and improve on your skill. I would say running this route in the last day or two has netted me about 2 to 3 million in coin. Obviously, spending money on gear comes at a cost, but I would say that this has netted me a solid amount of coin as one of these like beginner, easier routes that avoids PvP and lets me kind of just settle into the game. Of course, if you guys have any suggestions for newbie players like myself or other players just getting into Arena Breakout Infinite themselves, definitely drop them down a little in the comments. I want to read those myself and use those and implement those strategies, but also I'm sure other players would like to try those out as well. So make sure you guys share those down below if you guys have any suggestions and recommendations. Also, I want to mention, if you feel slightly overwhelmed with PvP, a couple things you could do is get comfortable to the map with covert ops. It's kind of like scavving on Tarkov, and this will allow you to get more comfortable in the mechanics and systems of the game. An unwritten rule that I definitely recommend you adhere to is if you're running normal mode, not lockdown or the forbidden mode, which have higher loot pools, higher value loot pools, excuse me, then don't use your keys in the normal mode. At least I wouldn't recommend them because the ROI is simply not there in a normal mode. Locked doors don't have the same value like they do in lockdown or forbidden. Use normal mode to get more acquainted to the game. I noticed that in normal mode, you run into more player bots that help you feel comfortable. However, I would urge you to slowly move out of your comfort zone so you can definitely improve in your game and get better at PvP yourself. With that being said, I kind of want to talk about the route here and what you need to do and where you're going to be going. Valley is the most spread out map in the game, so you're at least likely to run into other players. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that you won't run into other players, but I would definitely say it's lower than the other maps just because of the way the map is spread out and it's not as linear and set up as those maps. The two areas you want to make sure you hit are going to be the villa on the south side if you spawn there, or if you spawn on the north side of the map, you want to aim for the factory. The keys you want to bring in for this, if you're using the simple keychain, is the main bedroom key, the factory file room key, and factory dressing room key. The main bedroom key is for villa, which has an electronic safe in it, and the other two are for factory that have two safes in them. Each location has a solid amount of safes, even outside of using those keys, that you want to focus on for maximum profit and increase your chance at a red item, which are obviously the highest tier items you can get for the most value. Also, don't overlook AI. Farm their ammo and bring at least one of their guns out for extra profit on your sling or on your shoulder. Keep in mind, these two POIs are the most popular on the map, so if you bring a stamina stem, this will help your chances of getting in there first tremendously. Being there first is a lot easier to defend than attacking someone who already arrived. Remember that. Obviously, keep in mind, Villa, like I said, you might not run into players. You're definitely going to always keep, be alert on the map. It's definitely one of the more foresty maps, a lot of trees. So make sure you're paying attention so you can't get, camped or sniped from somewhere. But I want to mention, guys, again, stress this is you definitely want to, feel comfortable in the game, but obviously don't overlook the fact that PvP and running into other players will over time help you get better at the game. It's definitely important that you get yourself comfortable, obviously understand the mechanics, understand the keybinds, understand the way the systems work in the game. I can't stress that enough. Like, that's why I recommended covert ops, because like that, you learn the maps, you learn obviously how the game works and learn it and get a little bit more of the fundamentals for it. But if you aren't running into players and you're completely avoiding them, and if you're rather extract camp, or if you're just trying to avoid everything in general, you're not really going to get good at the game and you're going to kind of just keep yourself at a detriment. So I definitely recommend obviously engaging in some PvP as you feel comfortable in it. Obviously dying is okay because you'll lose those kits. Just remember, the best way to think about it is you're just renting these kits out. There's definitely, a sense of gear fear that comes about a lot in new players. I don't really have that in this game because I've obviously played a couple thousand hours in Escape from Tarkov. So it definitely helps me from that game bringing that over. But if this is your first looter shooter, gear fear is okay. You'll slowly get over it. Don't feel like you're just tied down to some gear. It's always the best mentality to have is you're just renting that gear. So you're going to get better in the game, get better mechanically, and then you're going to be able to get more gear and overall loot up and get yourself better at the game. Another quick note I want to mention outside of the Villa map, make sure you take a look at Deke Vincent's offers. He's one of the in-game traders and has a limited time shop that refreshes every few hours. I definitely recommend taking a look at what he has there. Maybe a good resale value in there for some of those items that you can barter for and then you can sell in the market. You can turn that around and make that profit off of other players. Definitely recommend checking in. I think he refreshes every 6 hours, so that hopefully will definitely get you some profit. Even from 1 or 2 items, I definitely recommend checking it because it will 100% help you out in the long run in looking at his shop. Obviously, doing contracts is a really good way as well if you get some coin. Obviously, that's a really simple one. I don't really have to tell you that one. Following along the in-game main game story quests, they've even added seasonal quests now for season 1. So those are really good and really smart ways to get some money. But I definitely recommend you run those quests. It'll obviously get you familiar around the map, but it'll also get you some easy money in the game. Money is king in this game. Unlike Escape from Tarkov, where you'll have to level up traders and stuff like that, the market is king for gear here. It's kind of like the flea market where you buy gear, weapons, ammo, obviously utility items and stuff like that for your player. Using the market is what's going to obviously make you the better player out on the field. And how you obviously maximize your profit is from running these raids and getting these better items, from hitting these safes, and obviously getting better at the game will obviously get you better gear. From what I've been told as well, and from what I've seen and get an understanding from my own playthroughs, has been that PvP is a really, really good way to make money. Gear is really expensive in this game, and if you're being able to, extract the guns, either to sell them or to reuse them, it'll save you a lot of money in the long run, because like that, you don't have to reuse those kits, or you can just make a really good amount of money from selling those kits back to the market. So understand that cash is king in this game more than, I would say, Escape from Tarkov, because in this game specifically, you have to obviously buy gear from the market more than the traders. The traders have a very limited inventory. Of course, obviously, you have the pay-to-win mechanics in this game. I'm not going to overlook them and say that they're not there, because you can obviously just go swipe your credit card, but that doesn't have any, it doesn't have any replayability to me. It doesn't really satisfy me, and it doesn't make you better at the game. Yeah, you can buy coin in the game, and obviously you can do that for yourself, but I also obviously would recommend that you get better at the game overall by doing the in-game stuff and getting money that way. Definitely, it'll make you a better player, and it'll make you understand the game more, and it'll make you feel more rewarded when you get to, get a really good raid out with 500 to a million coin in one raid for the first time you do that. It's really rewarding, and it's definitely the best part about these looter shooters is when you have those really good raids, that it really does a good job of making you feel rewarded. So that about sums this up. Hopefully, this simple follow guide on farming money in Arena Breakout Infinite for my newer players. If you're a more experienced player and want to see me do guides on other maps, please let me know with a like and comment down below. I generally do enjoy ABI and would love to keep covering it along with many other games coming out over the next few weeks. So I'm definitely going to be, hopping around here and there, but I'm still not going to be putting ABI out of the radar. So if you guys do enjoy ABI, definitely let me know with a like and a sub to the channel if you want to see some more of this content. Obviously, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of this video, if you guys have any recommendations for new players, or if you guys think some of these things were really helpful. And if they helped you out, obviously I want to know. Obviously, I want to get your guys' feedback. Hopefully this video helped you out though, like I said, and if it did, a like would be super. If not, a dislike is completely understandable. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll hopefully see you guys out there in ABI in one of these raids. Peace out.